Dominick Reyes joining us, coming off a win. And I've got to say, watching your last fight, I felt the same kind of relief for you that I'm sure you felt. And I'm sure a lot of the people that have supported you in this game felt that same way when you got to win your last one. So how's your mindset changed now that you have that behind you? Because I'm sure that going into fights on a losing streak is very different than going into a fight coming off a win.
Well, I mean, when you're coming off a losing streak and you got the knife to your throat, right? You mess up again and it could be the end. But that's the name of the game. That's the game we play. Game of inches, and sometimes it doesn't go your way. But now that I'm back on the winning streak, it's like confirms that all the work I've been doing is the correct work, and I'm just could keep going forward instead of trying to look back and I need to do this or looking at everything that went wrong. So I'm just staying forward and staying positive, staying in a positive mindset. There's nothing like that wave of energy when you're on a winning streak that you could just ride it. I rode it to the title against John, right? Yeah. So I'm back on that wave, a different wave now, and I'm very excited, and I feel great.
We just spoke to Randy Brown. His opponent missed weight by 4 pounds. Your opponent, Anthony Smith, missed weight rather by 1.5 pounds. I would imagine he might want to make a second attempt, given that you guys fight at 205 and he has 1.5 pounds to cut. But what's your reaction to him missing weight?
Yeah, it's bullshit. Be a professional, you know. Show up and handle business. Your mind might be in it or whatever, but this is still work. This is still business. Be a professional about your shit. You know, don't show up and miss weight. Like, what are you doing? Have respect. But whatever.
Did you guys find out quite with enough time, like months in advance? This wasn't put together last minute or anything like that?
Yeah, we've been
preparing.
This was, I think,
the first fight announced for this card.
The very first fight announced for this card. We've been preparing since September.
Yeah, so you had plenty of time, right? So there's almost no excuses.
There's no excuses. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it wasn't a short notice. He made weight even when it was short notice, right? So come on, man. It's just blatant disrespect for me and this organization, and that pisses me off. But you know, some people looking for advantages, looking for little sneaky things. Either that or he just doesn't care. He just doesn't care, and that's even worse for him because you don't care against me, you're gonna pay.
Yeah, you know, talking about mindset before also, you know, like you're coming in ready. I was listening to the interviews throughout the week, and you seem locked in. One thing I wanted to ask you, you put any thought to the outcome, or do you just want to go out there and perform?
Well, yeah, performance is everything, right? You perform. When I perform, I'm gonna win, right? But winning is everything, right? You don't win. What the hell's the point of this? You know, I'm gonna go out there and get beat up. Yeah, for what, right? You lose half your paycheck. What good is losing here, right? Yeah, having great performances is awesome. Going out there and it's fun. It is a great time, especially when you're on, you're doing your thing. Bah, 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 bah. But it's even more fun when you're on, you're doing your thing and you win, yeah. Right? So that's I'm preparing to win. I'm not just preparing to go out here and fight. Like that's silly.
Yeah. And do you ever think of, like, let's say when a guy misses weight by so little? Sometimes when a guy misses weight by like 1.5 pounds, do you think that there's maybe a lack of focus, or maybe his mindset isn't as into it as yours is for this fight?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I have the mental edge. It's very apparent in this fight. You know, he wants to go and break something. He's the guy that wants to just punch the wall and just let out his emotion. That's cool, man. If you're at home and you don't have, you know, you don't have an outlet, and but this is professional fighting. I'm not just a guy that you could just come out here and impose your will on because you're mad. You know, this is everybody I fight wants to hurt me, right? And everybody wants to let out their power on me. So it's not like, oh, I'm gonna just go out there and do my thing. You know. I mean, he's aware of what's going on. He understands that, yeah, I might end up getting hurt himself, right? Because it's not a great idea, but that's his game plan. That's what he wants to do, you know. I'll oblige, you know. I'll oblige. You want to come out here and be reckless? That's perfectly fine with me, you know. I'm sharp, I'm smart, and I'm going to do my thing.
Yeah. I remember last time we spoke before your last fight, your approach was almost the opposite of his. You were coming into it with a lot of faith and gratitude, and those were things that you were really carrying with you.
Mm-hmm. So I'm continuing on that faith and gratitude and all that. I'm just riding that wave, right? Everything that I said and have been doing, right? I almost freaking died at the beginning of the year. So it's like, okay, this is an opportunity for me. Like, I get to do this. It's not that I love to do it and I want to do it and it's how I feed my family. It's I get to do this every day. I get to wake up and come here. I get to show up and make weight, you know. Everything I do is with gratitude. And when you do things with gratitude, it makes things a lot easier. And it's coming from a really good place and you could do it easily, you know, no matter how hard it is. And that's where I'm at. I'm locked in, man. I'm very confident in my abilities. I'm very confident in my power, my speed, my strength. I'm really excited about this fight. Anthony's he's a good, tough opponent. Don't get me wrong. I do feel like his mind is in a crazy place. You know, he whatever. We all have things going on in our life, but this isn't the time to punch the wall, man.
I think it says a lot about your character. You know, after that really close fight with John Jones, where a lot of people thought you should have won the title that night, I think that you might have carried a lot of resentment after that. And to be able to channel your faith and turn it into gratitude, I think speaks a lot of volume about your character. We really appreciate you joining us here, Dom, and look forward to seeing you against Anthony Smith tomorrow. Hopefully the fight sticks together, and we get to see a great fight.
Thank you very much. Thank you guys for being here and
Thank you.
the support, and God bless you guys.
God bless you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dominic. All right. That's Dominick, not the Dominator, the Devastator Reyes. I think I got that right.
Yeah.
Right, Dominic? Devastator Reyes, right? The Devastator Reyes. Okay.